Hi, my name's Steve Schwetz, and I'm the founder of Mesa Properties. And a little bit of a backstory about how we got started. I was originally an individual investor. I was buying homes primarily up in the high desert region of Southern California, fixing them and then flipping them and then keeping some for rent. And as I wanted to get a management company involved, I looked around and I really couldn't find a company that was managing properties the way I wanted them to be managed. I personally have a background in franchise ownership, and so I'm very familiar with systems and processes and how that really helps you to run an efficient business. And so I decided, why don't I just go ahead and start a management company? So this is maybe a unique birthing because a lot of times management companies are started kind of as a bolt-on to a real estate business. Somebody has a brokerage and they want to add property management, mainly driven by investor requests of saying, okay, I bought this rental property. Who's going to manage it? And then the broker says, well, I guess I can go ahead and do that. The reason that makes a difference is because I'm looking at things when I started the business, and we continue the philosophy today of making things work in a way that an owner, an investor is going to want to see them work, not the way a real estate broker is going to want to see them work. We are real estate brokers, but we look at it from an investor perspective. Now, with that, we have 5 core beliefs that we've really tried to build on within the business. First of all, again, with the investor always in mind, we really focus on transparency with our owners. So for instance, whenever you see a repair that happens on your property, you're going to see the supporting documentation that happens alongside that, along with the owner, or along with the vendor's invoice, along with the amount that was paid. We strive for excellence. That's point number 2. We always try to return phone calls, especially from our owners, as quickly as we possibly can. Our commitment is to try to return those within the same day, and if not, as soon as possible the following day. The other thing that is important to me, was important as an investor, is I want to have a single point of contact. I don't want to deal with some big company where I'm different departments, different sections. I want one man or woman that's competent that I can go to and get an answer on my property. And we've built our business in that way. We manage on a team approach, but we have one person that is the primary point of contact for you, the owner of the property. The other thing is we pride ourselves on the fact that we have less than a 1% eviction rate. And in this world of post-COVID economic strain, we are very proud of that number, and we strive to make sure that that is as low as possible. The other number that we look at is we have over a 99.6%. I think that's better than Dove soap in terms of its purity, in terms of collecting rent in the month that it is due. Third core belief that we have is no long-term contracts. My philosophy has always been I want to work with people that are benefiting in the relationship, and I feel like I'm getting value from that. And if there's ever a situation where an owner's not feeling like they have value in the relationship, I don't want somebody tied to us in any kind of a long-term contract. So all of our contracts, even though they're for a period initially of a year, have a 30-day out, and we view that as being very investor friendly. The fourth core belief that we have is we really strive for legal compliance in all areas, and this is so important. We've been in business a little less than 15 years at this point, and the biggest change in the industry that we have seen is the aggressiveness with which the government is going after landlords for non-compliance of ever-changing laws. We go out of our way to be up to date on those laws, communicate those laws. If you have any questions about that, just go to our blog and read and watch the videos on how we are responding and advising people as the government continues to evolve in this ever increasingly tenant-friendly state of California. The fifth core belief that we have is we strive to make a buffer zone between the potential drama that can happen in residential property between an investor and the property itself, and by extension, the tenant that lives in that property. We handle all of that for you, so you're not receiving late night phone calls. You're not having to make decisions on the weekend. We do all of those types of things. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Welcome to Mesa Properties.